Scorpio.
Hello Scorpio, this is your forecast for February 2015, and this month is going to be somewhat, should I say, calmer, slower, more harmonious than the previous months here of the past, where we had a lot of challenges, especially there throughout that of 2014. It's just that right now things are harmonizing, it's moving along. We're going to see a lot of beautiful aspects here with sextiles and trines. And so, yes, I feel now that this is a month that you can breathe a little bit better. And we have still Mercury retrograde though. For you, it's going to be in the 4th house in the area of your home and family. And you'll have that until the 11th or 12th, depending on where you live in the world. And so that means that there might be a time for you now to catch up within the home environment, doing those things that you probably have put aside earlier, which is always great. And for some of you, you might have now some revisiting with family that you haven't seen for some time. I oftentimes see how Mercury retrograde can do that. So it is a time to not really start initiate anything new as far as contracts or money investments or anything of that, but to just sink into this environment, I feel is going to be good for you, and maybe repairs. So definitely do not buy anything new to the house like plumbing or do any electricity, because that can turn around and have to be redone since it is Mercury. But things that are already out of whack, you could go in and fix those things. Now we have a beautiful full moon here this month, and for you it's going to be in the 10th house for career. It is in the sign of Leo. And the beauty of this full moon here on February 3rd, it has a trine to Uranus. Now Uranus always brings the unexpected. So there could be some news coming to you from your work area. It could be a co-worker, perhaps, or it could just be an offer coming your way as well. But it seems to hold the element of surprise, which Uranus does. But this is a good surprise, not a negative surprise. Now also here, this new moon, just within those first few hours in that coming day, is also going to be transiting, passing over Jupiter, also in the area of career. You know how Jupiter just brings out the best, right? It expands, and so even though Jupiter is still retrograde, which it will be to April, I feel this full moon with the news that Uranus first triggered and then coming together with Jupiter, it's more like, wow, what is that for you? You know, so keep an eye there on what's going to take place between the 3rd and the 4th, for that matter. And the new moon is going to be here at the very, very late degree of Aquarius in your 4th house. That's in your home. And so even more focus here on your family this month. And you're going to love catching up with, spending time with, whether it's parents or your children. It's just feeling good. And I see how you're telling yourself that, and that should be your intention, that I need to do more of this, find more time as the months proceeds, to always take that little me time with the home without rushing out in the busy, busy world. So let's look at how the month is going to start for you, Scorpio, and it is going to start quite romantic. We have Venus, which is love and romance, and we have Neptune, which is the higher octave of Venus. So we got like a double whammy going on. And then we have it as a triple whammy. Why? Because it's in the 5th house of love. So a lot of things go on here. For those of you single, this would be a great time for you to meet somebody new. For those of you in a relationship, well, you know, cancel everything else. This is time for you to spend together and do a little candlelight dinner or something. Because in this area also we have Mars. So we've got Venus, Mars, Neptune in the house of love. What is better than that? That is beautiful. The fifth house too is children, of course. So some of you that's been trying to become pregnant can very easily this month do so. It is also your children coming forward here with their self-expression. This is the house of self-expression and creativity. So you might just enjoy spending more time with them, doing more with them, playing with them. And maybe that is what that new moon is all about in your fourth house, where you're saying, I love this. I need to do more of it, right? So you can see how all of these energies are merging and melting together and maybe becoming more. Like I said, great time because it's very, very fertile what we're looking at here. But fertility is not just in the physical sense. Fertility is also, we can say we're pregnant with ideas, we're pregnant with vision. And so I would definitely say with these three planets working together here, this is a time for you to initiate whatever new beginnings or creative projects you may have. And also for those of you who have your own business, fantastic time to start up with new projects or adding to whatever you already have. Now, on the 2nd, we got the Sun and Uranus. They are sextile. The Sun here this month is in the area of home, and Uranus in the area of your day-to-day routine. It's also health, too. But this is harmonious. You might just start working out or putting yourself on a workout regime. I think that is something that can actually boost you in the weeks to come if you so do. And on the 5th, we have Mercury. Mercury here, yes, it is retrograding, and it is going to retrograde all the way back to 1 degree Aquarius. So it's not going to move out of that 4th house, okay? So it goes from the 17 degrees back into the 1st degree of Aquarius. So it's giving you a long, extended time here for you within your family, your roots, and how you're structuring and wanting to build and change up things here. So this extensive time, I feel, is going to behoove you in the long run because you're setting down apparently a new foundation that's going to carry you in the coming months. But with this Mercury now sextiling Saturn, Saturn has moved out of your 1st house. It's in the 2nd house for money and income. So you might have some talks, maybe with your partner, or it might just be you looking into how you want to work your financial structure and how you want to embed that here into family or with family on some project. So this is good because Saturn is now structuring up this area of your life. On the 6th, you might have a little not too sure what to do here in as far as a decision. We have the Sun and Jupiter. They are opposing one another, but you don't have to make the decision. If whenever in doubt, just ask for a little extra time. Sometimes you just need an extra day or two and then clarity will come. So on the 6th, this is between perhaps a situation between you and your work site. Maybe you're going to have to do some time management there. And if you're asked to work extra hours, it all depends if it's taking away what you're trying to do at home now, since that seems to be so important to you. On the 8th, here we have a lot of passion coming in, passion in what you're doing, expressing, creating, bringing forward. And I love it though, because this is like the last blast of that Venus still in your 5th house for creativity and self-expression, because here shortly it is going to move out of the 5th house into the 6th. But for right now, you're looking at something that you just love, love, love. And you're feeling very deeply, very strongly about it. And I see you, Scorpio, expressing it. And I think this is for you, especially even more so important, because there's so many times you hold things close to heart and hold it internally because you're so private. But in the sharing of what you're feeling and sensing right now, I feel it will do magic, because when we let words out of the box, it takes on its own life form, so to speak. It's out now to start manifesting. And so if this is something you're totally convinced about, what you would like to do not hold back on the 8th. You will see when you get there. For whatever it is for you, because this is just your solar chart. It depends where it falls in your natal chart with the transits too, of course, and I can't see that from here. However, the 19th, we have another beautiful aspect, and now Mercury is direct, so she's strong, and moving right along here, along the same lines that we've been seeing in the home, but now it's tying into your financial situation. Now you can make some decisions. You were thinking about it earlier on when Mercury and Saturn had this run-in on the 5th, but Mercury was retrograde. Wasn't a good time to invest or pull money out or make any big dramatic changes on the 5th. But now that Mercury is direct again, moving forward, touching upon that very same degree in the chart, now you can act. And I feel it's going to surface, so you will know what is in the mix here on this day. And it's a big day, actually, because on the 19th, not only do you have this opportunity at hand, but Venus also is moving into Aries, as is Mars. Mars on the 19th, Venus on the 20th. So within that 24-hour span, you're going to see how things are going to up itself energetically. Out of this very creative, romantic, lovey-dovey first half of the month when everything was in Pisces, well, now we're down to business. We are Aryan influenced, okay? It's the entrepreneur, it's the doer, get up and run and shake it and move it. And so you're going to do that with the love that you hold, the passion that you're going to be putting into your everyday, today structure. Mars is going to power it up. So if you've been feeling that you've had like a semi-vacation last couple of weeks, right now you're going to feel that you're getting back to it with joy. You know, you're going to accomplish very much in a short period of time throughout the next couple of weeks. Now on the 22nd, we have Mars and Venus. Now they're conjunct, and so they're hand in hand, meaning you are feeling totally aligned energetically and physically, but also emotionally. So whatever your goal is, which can differ from each of you, well, whatever that goal is for you, this is where I'm seeing that you're moving forward. And like I said, you can accomplish very much in a short amount of time by just making the decision to do so. And it's not going to feel heavy. Sometimes routines, it's boring, right? But no, even your routines are going to feel like they're illuminating with joy. So happiness here. Now on the 24th, Venus and Mars on the 26th. So both of these two, because they're traveling together here, but both of them within that 2-day span, the 24th with Venus, 26th with Mars, they're going to be creating this trine to Saturn. So what does that mean? We are once again looking into how you are shifting your focus on how you make your money, what money you make, where you want to use that money. Are you going to use it on yourself? Are you going to put some aside? Right now, Venus wants to feel maybe that it would like to change up a little bit of that. Maybe go and buy yourself something very beautiful. Maybe a day spa, because they're in the 6th house for health and well-being and healing and restructuring. So you might just come to see that you might go get a good massage or something. Sign up for yoga classes. That can be very good. So that is a great investment. Beautiful way to use your money on something that stimulates you. Then we have on the 26th, so we're getting close to the end of the month. And why I say listen to your moon and rising sign is that the moon reading, when you listen to it, that's your emotional forecast. The sun, what we're doing here right now, that's the sun, the essence of who you are, your focus and what you can expect to attract. But the moon sign reading is how emotionally you're going to feel this month, because those planets are going to be in a totally different place when you do that, unless your moon is in the same sign as your sun. Then it will be the same. Same thing with your rising sign. When you listen to it, it will give you the forecast of what you can expect now that you're going to be giving out to the world. Where's the energy coming in, and what are you putting out there towards the horizon? So listen, we have pretty much got through what you have here for February, Scorpio, and it's always good to speak with you, and I will see you next month.